Okay, once again, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the LSU versus Vanderbilt play-by-play coverage here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We are going to be on the game's going to be on in a few seconds. Audio only. That's game audio. So we will have the game audio. Also, we'll have the live stats on your screen right here, where you won't miss a play or anything regarding that. So we are live. We'll wait for LSU and Vanderbilt to tip in just a few moments. So I'll be no, that's not. So thanks for coming in tonight. Appreciate it. We'll have tip off in just a few moments. Let's give you a scoreboard update before we begin tonight's broadcast. I'm going to go over some NBA scores before we switch back over to the LSU sports, LSU and Vanderbilt game. Okay, scoreboard update. Scores right now in the third quarter. Grizzlies on top 74, 76-64. Sorry about that. Also, Boston tied up at 55. Miami down 44-37. That is in the second quarter of the game. So 44-37. So we're getting ready to tip off here in just a second.
Tonight, he's got to get his teammates going along with.
So we'll have the game audio set up. Game audio's up. So if you want to come in here, talk about the game or something like that, or if you want to come in and chat, that'd be good. So we'll wait for tip off. So the ball goes to the Tigers first here. The first half, no score, LSU and Vanderbilt. So they will inbound the ball. They'll pass it to the left. They'll pass it over to Days. Looks like that's going to be passed over to and that shot is good. So LSU goes up 2-0. That was a shot by Thomas, 2-0. So the starting lineups for Vanderbilt. So 2-0 is your score. And let's see if the Tigers can get it on defensive stop here in this first quarter, in this first half, excuse me. They'll try to pass it again, try to go to the lane, and they will not get the easy basket. It is still 2-0. LSU on top. 3-point shot is no good. LSU offensive rebound, second chance opportunity, no good. And the putback is good. So it's 4-0 LSU, 4-0. I don't know why we're not connected. So 4-0 is your score after the basketball Hyatt. So let's see if LSU can slow them down. They'll pass it to the left side. They'll pass once again back to the left. And they'll go left corner 3, no good. Ball goes back to the Tigers. 4-0 Tigers. And let's see if they can get an easy basket. And the ball will go back to Vanderbilt. So Gary Sackhouse is the coach of Vanderbilt. So the ball goes back to Vanderbilt, still 4-0. Hey, well, attempt the 3, no good. Vanderbilt misses. Ball goes back to the LSU Tigers. They'll try to attempt a shot, and the shot is no good. That's Thomas missing the right, missing the layup. So let's see if they can try to capitalize here in the first half. Looks like the ball will go back to the Tigers after the strip. And the basket is good. That's going to be Thomas making it 6-0. Tigers 6-0. So Thomas
and they came into Baton Rouge.
Let's see if they can pass it. They'll pass it along. They'll pass it. They'll try to go towards the lane. And that shot is no good. Vanderbilt misses. Ball goes back to the Tigers. Still leading 6-0. Now let's see if they can try to get another shot off, and they do. 3-point shot good. So it's 9-0 LSU on top after the 3-point shot by Days. 9-0 is your score. So Darius Days knocks down a 3. At the 15 Jordan Wright will try to go from the left right corner. No good. Ball goes back to the LSU Tigers. Still up 9-0. They'll attempt the 3, and it's no good. And the ball will go back to Vanderbilt.
Yeah, he can. He's been off to a slow start, and this is a great surprise and happiness for Will Wade.
Okay, 9-0 is your score. LSU media timeout here on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. We are live tonight. Once again, let's go over those shooting numbers. LSU shooting 44%. LSU going 4 for 9 for about 25% on the so that's 4 for 9. 3-point shots 1 for 4 for the Tigers. That's good for 25%. So that's in the game tonight. 9-0. So 15:45 remaining. So Vanderbilt hasn't get a basket yet. They're 0 for 6, and also 0 for 3 on 3-point shots. So 9-0. We'll go over to the NBA scoreboard. Knicks on top 2-0. Also at halftime, Hawks on top 44-37, and LA on top 61-58. And Memphis on top 90-68 against Washington. So that is your scores. So we'll come back to the feed in just a second. Once the feed returns. I'll go over some college basketball scores as we go. Okay, we'll wait for the feeds to return. Okay, college basketball right now, Auburn down 52-47. I don't want to mess it up. So we're back with the game coverage.
Dylan Disu's lost for the rest of the season. He's top 10 in points and rebounds. But they shot the ball really well against Ole Miss, not just interior, but exterior as well. How can they win without these two guys? So
once again, we're coming out of a media timeout. 15:45 remaining in the first half. The score 9-0. LSU on top.
To a lot of players, and so they're used to playing, maybe not without their two best players, but they found out that they could win without them. So this young team, mixing a few seniors like Evans, and all of a sudden you've got a squad that would have confidence coming in tonight.
So the ball will go back to the Vanderbilt Commodores. 9-0 is your score, LSU. Let's see if they could try to slow down the Vanderbilt offense.
Vandy hit 11 of 23 from 3.
So they've been knocking those 11 of 23 shots. 3-point shot is good. So it's the first 3-pointer, 9-3, LSU on top. They'll pass it. Once again, LSU will pass it to the side. So it's going to be a call come again. Looks like so they'll get the second chance opportunity to get a score. So they'll bounce it again. They'll try to get the layup. And the layup is good. Makes it 11-3. LSU on top, 11-3. So we are live game audio coverage from ESPN SEC Network. Ball will go back to Vanderbilt. Let's see if they will pass it down low, and that is going to go back to the LSU Tigers on the Vanderbilt Commodores turnover. That was Brown doing that. So 11-3 LSU. Once again, 50% for LSU. That's 5 of 10. 3-point shooting, 25% for both teams. So they'll pass it down. That's and that shot is good. So that's Days makes it 14-3. So 14-3. LSU after Days knocks in the 3. Ball will go back to the Commodores. Let's see if they can try to slow them down.
In March of 1965. In the first time, they played 3 true road games in 1 week since 1960.
3-point shot, no good. The ball will go back to the LSU Tigers after the miss by Vanderbilt. They'll pass it down low. They'll pass it to the middle. He'll go down low, and then there's a shot. In the middle is good. 3-point shot. Days knocks it down, makes it 17-5. 17-3. Just 17-3. So 17-3. Let's see if they can try to get a basket here. They will try to get the shot in the paint, and they do get the shot in the paint. Makes it 17-5. So the lead is cut in half, 17-5. Let's see if LSU looks like they have to get over on that basketball. So the ball goes back to the Tigers. And the ball goes back to Vandy on a turnover, and they will not get the basket. So Vandy will not get the basket. 17-5 is your score. You're on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. You're in here. Want to comment about this game? You're watching the game wherever you may be. You can give us your feedback. Feedback's needed. Greatly appreciated. Okay, LSU shooting 8 of 14, 57%. 3-point shooting right now. LSU went from 1 of 4 to 3 of 6. So it's an excellent shooting differential, and that shot is no good by the Tigers, and they will put it in. Makes it 19-5, so 19-5, and that is going to be Walford getting the basket. So 19-5. Tigers on top.
Tom, an easy night so far for LSU in the offensive end, 8 of 14.
So once again, 8 of 14, not a good, not a bad number right there, 8 of 14, and the jump shot 3 is good. So it's going to be 19-8. That was McBride, 19-8. That's 19-8 after the 3 by Wright. And that's going to be a foul coming in. Media timeout.
LSU with a cupful advantage, 19-8 when we return. We'll take you to the studio, get you an update on Auburn and Alabama. It's Dari right around the corner.
Okay, you score 19-8, LSU on top. 11:32 remaining in the first half. I'll be honest with you, right now the Tigers are getting those shots down convincingly. They're holding Vanderbilt to just 27%. I mean, that is good. I'm glad to see it. Also, 3-point shooting, 3 of 6. We was 1 of 4 a few minutes ago. We went up to 3 of 6. That's good. So, your scores, okay, the current trend, LSU, 4 out of his last 5 field goals. That's in the game tonight, 4 out of his last 5 field goals. So that's the scoring by LSU. Days, Hyatt, Wilkinson, and LeBlanc is those two are out. Hyatt, Days are out. Wilkinson and LeBlanc in. Scores 19-8. Your score. I'm going to give you an update on college basketball. I'm going to give you we'll wait for the okay, college basketball, Alabama on top 62-47. Texas on top 68-55. Duke on top 31-28. Arkansas wins 101-73 against South Carolina. And also West Virginia wins that game in overtime 94-89. So that is your in-game college basketball scoreboard update here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We all live, game audio back on. So 19-8 is your score.
Dari, I always say back in the 80s, I don't know if my poster.
So if the tournament would start today, LSU would get the 9th seed going into the NCAA tournament. So score is 19-8. Let's see if the Tigers can get some baskets here. Y'all try to attempt. They will go to the right. They'll try to attempt the 3. Let's see if they'll hit it from the right side. No good. Ball goes back to the Commodores. Defensive rebound for Wright. Scores are still 19-8. So let's see if LSU can slow them down. Looks like they will get the easy basket. Vanderbilt, so it's 19-10. LSU's back up on 9. And we'll try to attempt a shot, and it's going to be a foul. So that's going to be a turnover on Smart. So turnover on Smart, 19-10 to score, 10:42 remaining. LSU drops down to they're still at 53%. There was 57% before. Now they're down to 53. That's kind of a slight drop. Ball will go back to the Vanderbilt Commodores. Let's see if they can try to get some baskets here. And looks like it's going to be a foul coming in. That's going to be on Walford. So Walford will get us second foul. So second foul on Walford. Free throws coming up. So Vandy misses. Still 19-10. That was a dead ball rebound.
So when you take a look at the bracket, you say, okay, here's the seeds.
Free throw is up, and it is no good. So they missed the first free throw. That was
another free throw coming after LSU's first foul of the night on Trenton.
So that's Strut. That's STUTE. And that free throw is no good. So both free throws are not good. LSU will maintain possession. 19-10 is your score. They'll try to go to lane and gets the easy basket. So LSU goes up 21-10. That was Thomas. That was Wilkinson. So Wilkinson gets the basket, and it's going to be a foul coming in, and that's going to be on Smart. First personal foul on him. So once again, back to 56% for LSU, 9 of 16, 3 of 7 for the Tigers, 43%.
Good-looking freshman, a terrific athlete, guards well defensively.
So the ball goes back to the Vanderbilt Commodores. So let's see if they can slow down the Vanderbilt. They'll pass it. They'll try to get into the lane, and so it's going to be a foul. That's going to be on Wilkinson. Free throws coming up for McBride.
He's really an interesting player, as you see him commit the foul just a step behind Isaac McBride, in that he's still relatively new to basketball.
So the free throw is up and good. Makes it 21-11.
He's got a lot of family in Baton Rouge. One of the
and the second
he's a Vegas guy, was born
free throw is good. So 21-12, 21-12 LSU on top. Let's see if they can try to get a basket here. And they will go inside. Nope. Now they couldn't save it, so the defensive rebound goes to Vanderbilt. And the three-point shot from the left corner is no good. Ball goes back to the Tigers, leading 21-12, and that is going to be no good. That will go back to once again Vanderbilt. So the score is 21-12.
Type of athlete that Will Wade loves to have in his program.
So let's see if they can
when you watch LSU,
they'll pass it, and looks like so. Let's see if they can knock down a three. No. 3-point shot, no good. Vanderbilt misses. Ball goes back to the Tigers. Looks like it's going to be a foul coming in.
Evans commits a foul. That's his first.
So that's going to be Evans' first personal foul. So Will Wade storming those sidelines. He is boisterous and stuff like that. So 21-12. So free throws coming up for the Tigers. But it is going to be not a shooting foul. It's a linear. And that's going to be, this time it's going to be free throws coming in. No, it's a layup. So layup is good. And it will get the M1. So easy basket right there. Vanderbilt, no field goals since the last 2:32. So 23-12, LSU on top. So he will convert the M1 play. That's LeBlanc. The free throw is no good. Ball goes back to the Vanderbilt Commodores 23-12. So let's see if they can try to get something going here. They'll pass it. So 8:08 remaining in the first half. The score is 23-12. Ball goes back to the Commodores. Let's see if they can get something going here. And the ball will go on a shot. Is no good. Ball goes back to the Tigers, leading 23-12. That's going to be another turnover right there. So it's going to be gains on the turnover. Okay, once again, the score 23-12. Media timeout once again. LSU right now shooting 53%, 10 of 19. Vanderbilt starting to get their shots up. 4 of 16. Also, 3-point shooting, LSU is at 43% and Vanderbilt at 25%. Turnovers is 4-1 in favor of LSU. Points off for turnovers is even at 3. 16 rebounds for LSU and 4 on offense for LSU. So your score is still 23-12. Here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So let's see who's in here. Looks like we don't have comments yet. Once again, if you want to comment about tonight's game, come on down. We'll recognize you and stuff like that. So, so we'll wait for the game audio to return from SEC Plus. So we'll give you an update on some more basketball games going on in the college side. Okay, college basketball top 25 scoreboard. Okay, there's Michigan down 71-47. That's in the second half. Also, Auburn down 69-54. Texas on top 73-63. Texas Tech is on top 69-49. In the game, Wisconsin-Purdue will play it just about right now. They'll be playing in just a few seconds. Okay, D1 scores. Scroll down to the D1 scores. It is Fresno State on top 67-64. Purdue, Fort Wayne, and Cleveland State tied up at 67. We'll come back with those scores once we hit another break.
Struggled 2 of 7 at Georgia and 0 of 8 from the field in Arkansas. But this guy, again, I think he's the X factor of how great this team can be in the upside. When they win, he averages 16 points a game.
The ball goes back to
sometimes he can be the odd guy out of
the Vanderbilt Commodores. Let's see if they can try to get a nope. The ball goes back to the Tigers. Bopford. So Cameron Thomas will go to the line to attempt 2 free throws.
Cameron Thomas does so well. Reason he's got 8 straight 20-point games. He is second in the country in free throws made, 5th in the country in free throws attempted.
So Cam Thomas goes to the line, convert one of the free throws, and it is
he handles a basketball, Tom. He's not
good. So the free throw is good, makes it 24-12.
He gets into defenders. He can bump off you, then have a step back. He can ball fake, get you up in the air, steps into you. He's very patient when he drives. He doesn't necessarily want to explode by you, but he gets you on your
so 24-12.
Contact, tries to get
second free throw coming up for
3-point play. But as you said, the key to him, he gets to the foul line, and every scouting report says let's keep him off that line. You can't. And when he gets there, at least 88% free throw shooter, he is dead out. He made 42 straight at one point this season. That's 7th most.
So once again, 25-12.
South Carolina.
Your score.
50 straight in 2014. Other guys on the list: Levi Randolph, J.J. Frazier, Travis Ford, and Kentucky '94, and on and on. There's a bucket inside.
And the basket is good, so it makes it 25-14 Tigers.
And since it's our last game of the season together, I will ask you this on air. Didn't you have a free throw stretch at South Carolina?
And that shot is good. No, shot ain't good. No, it is good. 27-14, so shot is good. By Thomas, 27-14.
So we can't go to shoot-arounds anymore, right? I mean, we don't even leave our houses anymore. But it is so tempting, whether you played 9 years in the association like you did, or you played high school ball like I did. You walk into a gym before shoot-around, nobody's there, and there's a rack of balls. I don't know who's not tempted to go over there and get some shots up. So remind me, you go to the free throw line, and how many did you make before you missed a couple years ago? It was, oddly, it was 126. And Sonny Smith, Auburn, was coming in the gym. I think it was about at 94 or 5. And he walked over to say hi. And I told him, It was odd because usually you miss one, right? And I probably had 4 back.
So free throws for Vandy, and that free throw is going to be no good. Ball goes back to the Tigers.
Came off funny, and I knew he missed. He goes, I had that same reaction from my players. That's how my players responded to me helping them out.
That's a pretty good shooter.
And then I retired again after that, Tom. Didn't pick up a ball since. Might as well leave it on he couldn't know.
LSU 55% from the floor. That's a second on Ray Liaba for a Vandy team. Just 5 of 17 to start this game. Cleveland Brown's battled injury. He's got a big brace on his knee. He's back in the game for Vanderbilt.
Plays with that brace, but Brown can be very effective. Rebounding the ball.
The ball goes back to the Tigers. Once again, still 27-14, and that's going to be underneath the basket. So the ball goes back to the Tigers. Still
I had the Vandy game
leading 27-14.
They were outstanding on both ends of the floor.
So let's see if they can try to get a basket. It does. So LSU leads 29-14 with 6 minutes remaining in the first half. So 29-14.
Picks up his second. And it is March Madness. We're ready to go. And in Greenville, South Carolina, the SEC.
So SEC tournament will begin.
Tomorrow night, it'll start with Florida.
So it's going to be the women's tournament tomorrow night. LSU and Mississippi State will play. That will be on Thursday morning. So LSU and Mississippi State. So LSU has the 8 seed. Mississippi State has the 9 seed. That's in the women's side. 29-14 is your score.
One of the best first-year coaches in college basketball, leading
The ball
16 wins in her rookie campaign
will.
as head coach of the Cats.
It's going to be a great tournament.
They'll pass it.
There are going to be teams that we
And the shot is no good. LSU misses. Ball goes back to the Vanderbilt Commodores.
Vandy looks a little bit like they're in slow motion. And the guy that had the ball out top, Trey Thomas, is the one that's got to get a little more energy on the offensive end for this squad.
Yo, Vandy gets a basket, so it makes it 29-16 is your score. 29-16. And the shot will be no good. So the missed shot by high. So 29-16. LSU on top. 3-point shot is good. So it's going to make it 29-19 after Wright knocks in the 3.
Play another game, then you go to the tournament, see if you can win the SEC tournament, and then get ready for the NCAA. They're a good team. I think teams will have a tough matchup with Alabama.
And the ball will be taken away by ball going back to LSU. And an easy basket for the Tigers. So it's going to be Smart getting the basket, makes it 31-19. Tigers on top. Darius Days, 11 points for 5 from the floor.
And one of the keys for Alabama defensively, and some teams struggle with this, and we talked about LSU a little bit, they've got guys that are so good, they keep the ball in front of them. They don't get beat off the dribble a lot. And if you don't do that, it helps everybody stay at home more. You don't have to have help so much and recover where guys get wide open shots.
The ball goes back
where Alabama's been very good. Same with Arkansas.
to the Commodores.
That doesn't put a lot of pressure on the guys.
They will
have to always help out.
try to pass it.
Pick up fouls and help and recover.
Let's see if they can try to get something going here. They'll try to get the shot off the in the paint. And that is going to be good. But it ain't.
Regardless, Vandy turns it over.
So it's a turnover for Vandy. Your score is 31-19. So 31-19 is your score. We'll be back in just a few moments with the game audio from SEC Plus, so SEC Network. So let's go over the stats. LSU shooting 52%, 13 to 25. Also, they're 3 of 8 from three-point range, and also 2 of 3 from the free throws. So it's 67%. Vanderbilt shooting 37%, 7 of 19. Vandy also shooting 3 of 9 in the game. So in the last couple of minutes, 3 out of last 3 baskets for the Vanderbilt Commodores. 31-19 is your score. We'll go over some more scores while we wait for the game to return. Milwaukee on top 90 to 89. Georgetown on top 70 to 66. Miami, Ohio leading 80 to 75. Youngstown State down 71 to 67. Indiana and Michigan State tied up at 26 at halftime. Duke on top 36-32. That is at the halftime period. So back here on once again, it is 31-19. So LSU right now is just knocking down their shots. So we'll return to them in just a few moments. We're waiting for the
Auburn, also Ole Miss, Kentucky just getting underway. First half thoughts here, Shooter. What do you see?
We needed it, Darius Days, and he's giving it to us. Nice bounce back from last game.
Somebody's got to give Jordan Wright some help. Where you at, Maxwell Evans?
See you guys.
Hi, Doug. Thanks. I'm looking forward to more stories of Shooter's playing career.
I like what I'm seeing out of this Tiger offense. I'll be honest with you. I'm glad to see the shooting over 50%. I am very pleased with that. 31-19 is the score. The ball will go back to the Tigers, leading 31-19. Let's see if they can try to get another basket. They'll pass it down low, and let's see if they'll try to get the shot off, and they will get it off. 3-point shot. Good. 34-19. LSU on top, 34-19 after the 3-point shot by
Yeah, I think you hit all those things. And if you get through
by Smart.
the basketball itself,
Ball goes back. Let's see if they can try to
it's the next
and the ball goes back to the Tigers down. Whoa! And gets the basket. 36-29, 36-19. LSU on top. 36-19. They'll try to they'll pass it. So they'll pass it to the pass it down low. The shot is going to be no good. That will go back to the LSU Tigers. 36-19.
Conversation today with Kentucky fans. Listen to Matt Jones.
3-point shot is good. So it's 39-19. Cook knocks it down with 2 minutes and 24 seconds left. Now it's 2 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the first half. 39-19. LSU on top.
The answer maybe it's out there. What are they going to do for fans then now that Texas and the governor has opened up Texas? I don't know if that applies to NIT and who's going to do that. How many fans will they let in or not let in? Great question. The NCAA would still be in charge of the admission from a fan perspective, but if they want to make some money on it, then yeah, the NIT would be better attended than the NCAA tournament on a per game basis, right? Yeah, they said the opportunity would be there. Yeah, so I mean, surprising.
So
Texas today.
So 39-20. So free throw is good. So the first one by Evans is good. So it's second free throw coming up.
Some people searching for answers, but We know how sports fans are. They'd love to get inside and watch a few more games in person than they would spend it watching all the time on TV.
So both free throws are good. 39-21.
You bring more posters along and try to get a kick out.
And a three-point shot from the left corner, no good by LSU. Ball goes back to the Vanderbilt Commodores, 39-21. They will try to counter with a basket. They'll pass it to the left side, and it will go to the lane, and the shot is no good from the left corner. Vanderbilt will get the ball back, and they're going to make the basket. Makes it 41. So it's going to be 39-23. And that shot is good! Shot is good. So LSU on top, 41-23.
Days had a wide open look going to the corner of the backboard, but that time handled again, this time for a layup. And when you get a sloppy game, you're going to get some open looks and open finds, and Evans with the assist down low. In his final games in a Vanderbilt uniform, unless they always come back in that.
Free throw is good. Makes it 41-24.
It'll be interesting for coaches and players on decisions being made on the outgoing seniors that will want to have another year to come back and play.
Second free throw is going to be no good, so the ball will go back to LSU down the court. And the easy basket is good. Tigers on lead 43-24. With just under a minute remaining. So Jalen, let's see if they can try to get a shot off here. Last couple of minutes. And they'll try to pass it to the left. They'll pass it to the right. And they will try to attempt a shot. It will be no good. So it is a shot clock violation by Vandy. So the ball goes back to the Tigers. So the ball goes back to the Tigers. 43-24.
This has been a solid first half for Will Wade, something he wanted. They had a good first half.
The ball goes back. See if they can knock down a shot. And a three-point shot is good. That's going to be smart. Knocking down a three makes it 46-24. 46-24, and they'll go for the last second shot here in the first half. That's Vandy. Nope. Okay, we are at halftime. 46-24. You score halftime score, so we'll go through the stats and stuff like that. We'll also have scoreboard updates. So we're gonna go through the we're gonna go to the split boxes, see what's happening in the split boxes. Vanderbilt shooting 33%, LSU shooting 59.4%. That is 19 of 32 shots. That was in the first half. LSU 3-point shots is 6 of 12. Vandy 3 of 9. Good for 67%. Also, turnovers is even at 6 points off of turnovers. 12 to 5 in favor of LSU. Rebounding aspects, 22 to 11 in favor of LSU on total boards. Defensive boards, LSU leads 17-9 and also 5-2. Second chance points, 6-2 in favor of the Tigers. Also, bench points, 11-6. Points in the paint right now, LSU leads 18-10 in those points in the paint area. So scores 46-24 at halftime. Leading scorers for LSU, Days with 11. Smart with 8. He knocked 2 of 4 3-point shots down. So it was Days, Smart. Days at 11. So he knocked down 3 or 4. Thomas had 8. Wilkinson had 2. LeBlanc had 4. Hyatt had 2 in the game. So your scores once again 46-24 at halftime. We'll have the second half once the game returns. So we just gave you the stats from. So let's go over some NBA college basketball scores. We'll go over some more. We'll go over the college basketball scores while we wait for the halftime show to be over. So Michigan wins 76-53. Alabama wins 70-58 in their game tonight. Also, Texas wins 81-67. Texas Tech wins 69-49. Fresno State wins 67-64. Also, in 2 overtimes, it is Purdue Fort Wayne on top 84-79. Milwaukee wins 94-92. Xavier winning 72-66. Also, Bowling Green down 84-79 to Miami, Ohio. Oakland down 78-76. Also, in the second half, getting ready to start, it's Michigan State on top 31-29. Duke at halftime leading 46-44. So that is your college basketball scoreboard update. And we'll give you an NBA update in just a second. So we're going to go over to the NBA scoreboard and give you an NBA scoreboard update. So we'll switch these scores around. Okay, scoreboard update. Grizzlies on top 122-109. Also, the Clippers on top 78-76. Miami on top 66-63 against the Atlanta Hawks. Also, the New York Knicks on top 35-32. And also the Nuggets on top 16-13 in the first quarter. So that's your NBA scoreboard. We'll go over some MLB spring training game scores. So we'll give you those updates as well. Okay, let's go over some baseball scores from earlier today. They got games going on during the nighttime hours. Top of the fourth, it is Angels on top 5-1. That is in the top of the fourth. Now going to the second inning, it is Dodgers and Giants scoreless in their spring training game. Pittsburgh loses 6-1. Atlanta wins 6-0. Excuse me, wins 6-0. New York Yankees win 4-2. Also, Miami and St. Louis scoreless. Boston wins 9-3 over Tampa Bay. And Toronto wins 4-3. And also the Mets went 2-0 over the Astros. The Reds, the Chicago Cubs beat the Royals 3-2. The Rangers score even at 5. Also, Cleveland winning 6-1. Also, Oakland A's winning 2-1. And also, San Diego Padres winning 7-2 in their best baseball game tonight. So, spring training baseball going on at night. So, and during the day. So, scores is on. So, we'll get back to the second half here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. 46-24 LSU on top. Second half coverage will be coming up. Okay, let's go to the ice. Let's give you some NHL scores. I'm going to go give you an NHL scoreboard update. I'm going to switch this around. Okay, NHL scores. We're waiting for the scores to pop up. Once again, New York Islanders on top 2-0. That's against New Jersey tonight. That's in the third period. Also, Rangers on top 3-2. Also in the third period. Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. Pittsburgh on top 4-2. Let me cut this off. Also, Montreal on top 2-1, and the Blue Jackets on top 4-1. Also, Canucks down 3-1. Carolina on top 3-0 against the Nashville Predators, and also the Tampa Bay Lightning on top 1-0 in their game as well. So NHL scoreboard, college basketball scoreboard, Major League Baseball updates. So we will return for the second half of LSU versus Vanderbilt, 46-24 at halftime. So we're going to return in just a few moments. So let's see who's in here. Looks like we ain't got many, but that's all right. We're going to continue with our broadcast. So 46-24. So we'll wait for the feeds to return. So I'll give you some scores from college baseball. We're going to go ahead and give you some scores from college baseball. Let me get this off the screen and we'll put those scores in. College baseball, so you won't. So we'll give you an update on college baseball games going on. Games here in the state was postponed due to rain situation. So we got the D1 scoreboard up on the screen. So we'll give you those updates as well. Okay, baseball games going on this Tuesday night. Virginia wins 11-1. Morehead State wins 5-2. Texas Tech wins 14-2 over Texas Southern. Oklahoma State wins 7-0 over Missouri State. Ole Miss on top 16-4. That's at the top of the ninth. Excuse me. South Carolina winning 19-5. That's also in the top of the ninth. Texas A&M Corpus Christi down 10-0 to Texas. Also, TCU on top 4-1. Also, it is UCLA on top 8-0, and the games were postponed. Southern Miss and Mississippi State, Georgia State and Georgia Tech, and LSU versus Nichols. That will be tomorrow night. In college baseball. Let's see if we got any Southland teams playing tonight. We'll give you an update on those. Okay, Southland baseball. Baylor on top 2-0 against Sam Houston. UTA on top 2-1, former Southland Conference member for years. Texas A&M on top 4-0. That's in the bottom of the seventh. TCU and Stephen F. Austin, they're up 5-1 TCU. So that is your Southland Conference score updates. And we'll return to the game in just a few moments. Let's see if we got any Sun Belt games to report about. Murray State winning 9-6. Appalachia State winning 14-7. In the bottom of the sixth, Louisiana on top 6-1. New Mexico State and Texas State tied up at 6. So that is going on in the Sun Belt tonight. So we'll return to the LSU game feed. The score is 46-24. Second half will begin in just a few moments. So the second half will begin. We'll wait patiently for the feed to return. So the feed will return in just a few moments. Commercial breaks again. So we'll turn the mics off for a second. Okay, once again, we're back. 46-24 LSU on top. So once again, we'll begin the second half here in the on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. So we'll begin second half coverage.
The 19 buckets. You know what? They've just advanced it, and where the defense is not, that's where they put the basketball. They have each guy that's gotten in has played well, performed well offensively. It was an easy first half, 59% from the field. Everybody was unselfish. Makes for a happy locker room.
So second half, Vanderbilt will get the ball. They'll pass it. I'll pass it to the middle, and the middle range three, no good.
Fantastic rate. On the other side, Vandy having issues. Only 32%.
They'll pass it to the left, pass it back, and the three-point shot's good. So it's Vanderbilt. After that three, makes it 46-27. That was Big Bride. So the ball goes back to the Tigers. Let's see if the Tigers can counter on that 3-point shot by vandy. Looks like it's going to be a call coming in. So it's going to be Evans getting the foul.
Evans a good, I think, representative of everything that Vanderbilt has been through from a COVID standpoint. You know, first 10 games he was shooting.
Let's see if they can get something going here.
17%.
Ball looks like he is on.
Stack about that. And he's like, yeah, man.
Boxed in on that play.
Coaches, I think, are hesitant to blame everything on COVID, but there are some things that have happened this season, both individually and as a team, that are obviously as a result of either the interruptions from a team perspective or individually from a health.
They'll try to
folks that have been
pass the ball.
And when you're out,
They'll attempt
they don't allow you to practice.
a 3-point shot. LSU misses. Ball goes back to the vandy Commodores. Still trailing 46-27. They'll pass it to the right. Once again, they'll stay in the right. Now they'll try to go to the range, and nope, no good. Ball goes back to the Tigers, and they will get an easy basket. 48-27. That is high. Getting the easy basket, 48-27. He should score.
Secure themselves a double bye in Nashville. So how important is a double bye when you look at the big picture?
And that shot is going to be no good, so LSU won't. If they do win, they will solidify their chances of getting a double bye, and that 3-point shot is no good off the mark on the left side. Score 48-27.
Get one of those top 4 double byes, they could lose Friday, and they're staying until they head to Indianapolis in the NCAA tournament. That is a long time on the road. It's coming up for teams headed to the postseason. Yeah,
shot's good. Makes it 48-29. So the basket is good by vandy.
You're going to practice every day. That's what, 2 hours? Takes up
That's Evans.
3 when you consider getting on the bus and doing everything.
3-point shot, no good. Ball goes back to the Vanderbilt Commodores. 3-point shot is no good by vandy. Ball goes back to the Tigers. That's going to be a fault. Devontae Smart goes to the floor. It looks like it's going to be a turnover on Devontae Smart.
And one of those is the fact that because teams they're all going to be staying essentially in the same hotel, everybody's going to have their own floor. But they had to boost the Wi-Fi capability of all of those hotels so players, coaches, and others can be playing their video games and have Netflix rolling, because there's not going to be a whole lot of time outside of the hotel unless you're going to a game. Practice.
Yeah. So, shot in the paint. No good. Foul coming in. That's going to be on Thomas. First personal foul on Thomas. To start the second half.
Does this final, the dog days of the season now, before you get to the conference tournament, they feel different than they normally would? And he said, yeah, man, everything's.
So vandy misses the first free throw. That is Brown. First free throw, no good. Second free throw coming up. Still 48-29, LSU on top. And that free throw is no good. So both free throws are not converted by vandy. Score still remains 48-29. And it's going to be a
It's tough, and again, this year's been different.
It's going to be a foul on right. First personal foul.
Made to stay not always free of COVID, but the mindset of not hanging around other students on campus, of going from your dorm or your apartment to practice back and forth. When you talk to different coaches at different levels,
Free throw coming up for
same thing.
It's taken a
Thomas, and it is good. Makes it 49-29.
and they need that time. My oldest brother Bob,
Second free throw coming up for
Tritons, member of the Great
Thomas.
Valley Conference, GLVC. I mean, they get ready for their
Second free throw.
Same thing. These guys have committed themselves.
It's good.
Had a long, tough
Makes it
they've got a chance to win their
50 to
league championship tournament as they did
29. LSU leads.
NCAA Division II tournament.
Speaking of hustle, Cam Thomas knocks down a couple of free throws. He's shooting like Shane Wissing did.
They'll pass it. They'll pass it again to the right side. They'll pass it to the go to the mid range, and they will get the easy basket that is going to be in the paint. Makes it 50 to 31 LSU on top of an easy paint basket. And the shot is going to be no good. Missed by Thomas. Once again, still 50 to 31. And they'll try to pass it to the right corner. They'll pass it to the middle, and the middle 3-point shot is going to be no good by Vandy. Ball going back to the Tigers, and that ball will remain in LSU's hands, and that shot is good. 3-point shot. So that's going to be Thomas making it 53-31. So Vandy will attempt their own three, and they will knock it down. So it's 53-34. LSU on top. Just a blowout here in the second half. They'll pass it. And it looks like they'll have to pass it. Nope, and the ball gets taken away by and the shot is good. So it's going to be 53-36 LSU on top, 53-36. Shot is good. So that makes it 55-36 LSU on top, 55-36. Shot is going to be no good. Ball goes back to the LSU Tigers on the missed 3-point shot. Vandy. And they will try to get the basket. They'll try to go right corner three. Nope. So Maloria Brown will have a foul against him.
The head. Tapped a little bit. He had some words for the official issues coming down the court.
Okay, 55-36 here in the second half. So far, so good. Right now, LSU shooting 52%. That is 22 of 42. LSU 7 of 16 from 3-point range. Also 4 of 5 from the free throw line. That is good for 44%. Turnovers 8 to 7 in favor of LSU. Points off of turnovers 14 to 7. Rebound aspects 30 to 16 in favor of LSU, and offensive rebounds 8 to 3 in favor of the LSU Tigers. So let's give you the second half stats. I'm gonna give you those numbers. Half number 2. Okay, half number 2, LSU shooting 30%. Vandy shooting 5 of 10 for about 50% here in the second half. Also, both teams, Vanderbilt hitting 2 out of 6 of their shots on 3-point, and LSU 1 of 4 here in the second half. So it's 55-36 LSU on top. So we'll switch back over to the game cast. So that is your updates. 55-36. The ball So SEC tournament will begin. That's going to be this coming week. The men's basketball tournament will begin next week on the 11th. LSU will get a double bye. They will be the 4th seed going into the SEC tournament. So we'll switch it.
Double byes would go to Bama, LSU, Arkansas, and Florida.
So it's going to be Kentucky, Mississippi State, the noon game.
You know, especially in the last month, played their way into being the best in this league right now. But I'll say it again, I don't think there are any coaches that we talk to or players that feel they can't beat any of these other schools in the tournament. I think it's wide open, and which team gets—
I think it's absolutely going to be a wide open tournament. Free throws coming up for the Tigers, and the first one is going to be good. So it's 57-36. So it's Thomas going to the line again. And the second free throw for Thomas is good. So 58-36. So I'll wait for the so 57. This will be 58. So 58 36. The game cast is about 5 seconds ahead of the TV broadcast. So please thanks for your understanding. Please recognize that. So let's see if they can get a basket here. And that basket is no good. Ball goes back to the LSU Tigers, leading 58-36. They'll pass it. Looks like it's going to be a pass towards the mid-range. Shot is good. And that's going to be Thomas, 60-38 LSU on top, so 60-36.
I told this story last week, but I think it bears repeating. He broke Oscar Robertson's all-time scoring record with 13 games to play.
And that shot is good, so it makes it 60-38.
John Brady, former LSU coach, took him to the Final Four, and now the radio analyst with the great Chris Blair, who's sitting courtside tonight. He was at that game, and he had
so 60-38. 12:43 remaining in the game. Vandy will try to get a shot off, and they will not. Ball will go back to the LSU Tigers. Still leading 60-58 here on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And that shot is going to be a foul coming in. And that's going to be on Thomas of Vanderbilt. It's going to be his first personal free throws for Cam Thomas of LSU.
Thomas has no problem getting to the lane, drawing contact. You know, I got to go watch Pete play when the
so the free throw is coming up, and that free throw is going to be no good. So the first one is no good, but Cam Thomas, second free throw coming up for him. 61. It should be 61-38. It will be in just a second. And it is 61-38. Okay, once again, new subscriber, Fletcher Sports Zone. Thank you for that subscription. Appreciate it. If you are all watching tonight's game with us here in the game, it is still 61-38. Let's see if the Tigers can capitalize on defense. Ball will go back to the LSU Tigers. Thomas will try to knock down a shot. No good. Ball will go back to the Vanderbilt Commodores. And easy basket for Vanderbilt. So it's 61-40. So 61-40 is the score.
This LSU team, and we talk about the four guys.
See if
And how important and how valuable they can be. Good
shot for LSU. Good. So it's 63 to 40.
Defensively, I think it's a tough matchup for anybody in the country.
That shot,
Rebounding team.
it's no good by Vandy. Ball going back to the Tigers. It's still 3-point shot is not good, but it is going to be a foul. Media timeout, 11:21 remaining here in the second half. The score is LSU leading 63 to 40. So we'll mute the TV due to commercials and stuff like that. So let's give you the second half numbers. I'm going to go to the split boxes and give you those second half numbers. Okay, second half numbers right now. Vandy 7 of 16, 43.8%. LSU 5 of 15, just only 33%. The second half comparisons. Rebounds, LSU leads 22 to 11. Also, defensive boards 17 to 8. And offensive boards, LSU leads 4-2. Second chance, LSU leads 6-2. Bench points, LSU 11 leads 11 to 6. Also, points to the paint 18 to 10. That is your score once again is 63-40. We'll wait for the SEC network to return. So we'll give you NBA updates. Okay, NBA scoreboard update. So we're going to go over to the NBA scoreboard. Okay, NBA scores from for a few excuse me, Boston top 109-100. Atlanta Hawks on top of the Miami Heat, 92-78. The Knicks on down 51-47. Also, the Nuggets on top 47-29. And Memphis wins their game 125-111. So we'll return to LSU versus Vanderbilt. Once again, women's tournament starts tomorrow. LSU will play at 10 a.m. They will take on Mississippi State. Okay, 63-40 is the score. So the ball goes back to the Vanderbilt Commodores.
Champion, and of course, always available on the ESPN app.
Let's see if they can they'll pass it. They'll try to attempt.
Vandy has played LSU to within 1 point in the second half. Here's Quentin Deloria Brown. Just playing the first half.
So let's see if they can that's gonna be M1 for so it's Maloa Brown gets the basket, makes it 63-43.
Rice transfer. But I think
So the free throws coming up for
in this game is the fact
Maloa Brown. First free throw is up, and it is good. So the M1's converted, 63-43. The ball goes back to Vandy. They got a turnover on that play. 3-point shot is no good. Ball going back to the LSU Tigers. Still leading 63-43. Let's see if they'll pass it. They'll pass it in the paint area, and that is going to be no good. Ball goes back to the Commodores, and that shot is no good by Vandy. Ball goes back to the LSU Tigers. Still leading 63-43 shot. That's good! 3-point shot! And that is going to be Thomas knocking down the three. Makes it 66-43. And that's going to be a foul coming in. And that is going to be on Wilkinson's second personal foul. So 66-43 LSU on top after the 3-point shot by Thomas. assist by Walford.
Just spotting up, delivering. And Thomas continues to score. And if you're a guy like Watford, you're like, okay, Watford scores 16 a game, 7th in the league in scoring, 7th in rebounds, averages a bunch of assists. Wanted to get his
So that's not a shooting foul. It's going to be a regular personal foul.
Good criticism from NBA scouts.
And they'll try to pass it. Looks like he's got
9 assists.
and that's going to be
Wilkinson commits his third.
so Wilkinson gets his third personal foul.
Also, is quite a safety.
So it's still 66-43. Ball goes back to the Vanderbilt Commodores again.
In this lineup, I want to go back to that.
They will try to go to the lane, and they'll try to get to the shot, and it's going to be a foul coming in. That is going to be on LeBlanc, second personal foul.
And it's a different game, right? Everybody spaces out. If you didn't see it, right? If you didn't see it, Nuggets were down 2 points. They had a fast break opportunity. They had 4-on-1, I believe, and all 4 Nuggets stopped behind the arc. They only needed 2 to send it.
So the first free throw by Harvey is good, so it makes it 66-44. Second free throw coming up for Harvey.
Is that lack of feel, or is that new knowledge that we saw from the Nuggets?
Second free throw coming up, and it is going to be good. So it makes it 66-45 LSU on top. 9 minutes and 13 seconds remaining. They'll pass it. 3-point shot, and it's nope. Ball goes back to Vanderbilt, still leading 66-45. Easy, and that was an easy, good defensive effort by LSU. And so Wofford will go to the line. So Harvey gets his first personal foul. So first foul, excuse me. I get really. So Walford goes to the line, 9 points, 1 of 1 for the free throw line. First free throw is going to be up, and it is good. Makes it 67-45. Second free throw for Walford.
That's not a negative, that's a positive. They've got guys who can score. And that fifth wheel, the fifth spoke out there sometimes needs to.
Okay, the second free throw, it's no good. LSU will get the basket and does. Put back. So it's 69-45. LSU is on top. Let's see if they can try to counter with a 3 or something or whatever. They'll try to get go to the they'll try to pass it down low, and an easy basket for Vanderbilt. So it makes it 69-47. LSU once again under 9 minutes remaining. Ball goes back to the Tigers, and they'll pass it to the left. They'll pass it once again to and.
Is that the one? That's the game that Tom Crean had that look on his face, right? Just disbelief. Yeah, disbelief. Fabulous ending, and then he just kind of stares and walks.
Ball goes back to the Tigers once again.
It's some great teams in Indiana. Marquette out of deep.
And that basket is no good. Missed shot by Cook. Goes back to the Vanderbilt Commodores, and that's going to be a foul coming in. So will be nope, it's not a foul. It's ball goes out of bounds. Stays with Vanderbilt. So let's see if they can try to get something going here. And they'll push it down court. So try to attempt Shot, and the shot is going to be no good. 69-47, LSU still. And that ball will go back to Vanderbilt. So that was a bad pass right there. Just an absolute, mediocre pass by the LSU offense. So turnover gives the ball back to Vanderbilt. 69-47 is your score. Let's go over some numbers. Okay, your second half numbers. I'm going through those numbers right now. 40% for the Commodores and LSU right now. 7 of 20, 35.7. Now the points off of turnovers, LSU leads 12-5. Rebounding, so once again, remains the same. Bench points, LSU still leads 6-11. And also points to the paint, 18-10 in favor of LSU. So that is the actual game numbers. Give it the game numbers. Okay, in the game right now, they're shooting 37%. LSU shooting, once again, 50%, 26 out of 52 shots. So 7:48 remaining here in the game, 69-47. So we'll go over some college basketball scores while we wait for the game to return. Don't forget, tomorrow night we'll have Pelicans versus Chicago Bulls tomorrow night here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We'll be back here. Okay, halftime it is Purdue on top 30-28. Also, see if we can give you some more scores. Okay, Indiana and Michigan State tied up at 51. Duke and Georgia Tech tied up at 64. Marquette and DePaul tied up at 36. And Memphis on top 36-22. Also, Ole Miss, they're showing the highlights. Once again, 32-29. That game's going on in the halftime period, so we'll get back to LSU and Vandy. 69-47 LSU on top, and the shot is good. 3-point shot. So that will make it 60-59. Let's see if LSU can kind of get the baskets off. Clock is 3-point shot for the left side. No good. LSU misses. Ball goes back to the Vanderbilt Commodores. And the shot is no good. But Vandy ball goes back to the and the 3-point shot is good. They knock it down. Wofford makes it 72-50. LSU on top 72-50. Vanderbilt will try to go to the lane and won't get it. Ball goes back to the Tigers. And that ball will stay in the hands of LSU. Still so we will have Pelicans basketball tomorrow. So we'll also All-Star Weekend. We will have Southeastern football here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter.
I think one of the other things that Jerry Stackhouse has mentioned throughout the
3-point shot.
They do some things defensively.
My Vandy is no good, and it's going to maintain. LSU maintains the possession. It's going to be a foul coming in, but it is going to be a turnover against for Thomas. So Thomas once again turns over the ball. 72-50. Vanderbilt will get the ball back.
He was such a great player. Great high school player, great collegiate, great NBA player, that it doesn't come easy for certain guys that were great players to be able to communicate it to another level.
They'll try to inbound it,
So far at the level he's
and the shot is good.
when he gets available.
So,
Great players,
and the basket by the Tigers makes it 74-52. They'll try to go to the lane, and does. So it's another bucket. Vanderbilt makes it 74-54 with just under 6 minutes remaining, 5:10. They'll pass it. So LSU will pass it to the left side, and they'll attempt the left corner shot. Will not go. Vanderbilt will take it down court.
They played, so many more games and more than twice as many games in an NBA season.
And
Repetition, so it's hard to put something in day of game at the college level. The NBA level, you can do that. Is that a fair and accurate statement? Yeah, that's fair and accurate. So let's think of this. You can do that at the NBA level because they're all great players. At the collegiate level, now add the COVID situation this season.
So 74-54, 4:39.
That's why every coach we've talked to.
4:39 remaining in the game. 74-54.
And they'll all say they got old guys. They got old dudes. Every team you think about that's kind of been successful this year.
3-point shot is no good by Tigers. Vanderbilt will get the ball back.
A coach understands we can put something in. But even those veteran teams, when COVID is hit and practice schedules are down, many of these kids will never play professionally. They're great players, but the next level is a whole different level. And so
it's an entirely different level.
18 years in
the NBA. So 74-55. LSU. So the free throw is good. And that free throw is good. Makes it 74-55. TV is kind of a little bit behind in the Gamecast feed. It is. And that free throw is good, so it makes it 74-56. So 74-56. 4 minutes and they'll attempt the three, and that's going to be a mid-range shot. No good for LSU. Ball goes back to the Vanderbilt Commodores, and that is going to be a foul coming in, and that is going to be on Days, fourth personal.
Vandy in the 1-on-1. That's a fourth on Darius Days. And Maxwell Evans coming to the free throw line. Athletic background for the Evans family out of Houston. He's a triplet. His sisters Megan and Maya both came to Nashville to play volleyball at Tennessee State. He came to Vandy.
Free throw is good. Make 74.
Keeps his good playing going.
57.
This was a guy we talked to Stack about. Have they had discussions about next season? Every senior, every guy can come back. You don't lose a year. And Stack said,
second free throw is going to be no good. Still 74-57, so 1 of 2.
Yeah. There's one round to do it.
And let's see if the Tigers can get a capitalization. Nope, that's going to be no good. Ball goes back to the Commodores. Let's see if the Tigers can get a defensive stop here in this last few minutes of the half. It's 3 minutes 49 seconds remaining. Shot is no good, and that is going to be a media timeout. With 3:49 remaining, LSU on top, 74-57. So we'll return in just a few. We'll mute the TV audio from SEC Network. SEC Network. So let's give you some numbers in this game. Vanderbilt shooting 20 of 55, 36% this half. They're shooting 12 of 31. Now LSU shooting 46.7% in the game, and also shooting 32% in the game as well. That is let's go through the bench points. Vanderbilt leads 23-15 points in the paint. LSU and Vandy tied up at 28. Also, your second chance points, LSU leads 15-5 in the game. So your score is 74-57, 3:49 remaining in the game. So wait for the fees to return. 70. Okay, games going on. Purdue leading 30-28. NBA games. Boston leading 114-112. New York down 74-62. So that is we'll return to the game TV audio from SEC Network feed. So 74-57 LSU on top, 47 remaining in the game.
LSU's lost some of its focus on the offensive end.
Okay, women's college basketball. South Florida wins 65-62. MLB games going on. Going to the fifth is Angels on top 5-2, and Giants and Dodgers scoreless in the bottom of the fourth. And the shot is good. So LSU takes a 76-57 lead here with they'll try to pull it down. Let's see if they can try to get a shot off. And it's going to be an easy dunk. So it makes it 76-59.
This second half defensively. A lot of easy.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. They're giving up way too many easy baskets. Vandy, LSU's got to blow this team out. Look, you can't give up those easy baskets.
So Vandy.
Period. End of story.
Here's a 3-on-1. And a foul that'll put Trey Thomas in the free throw.
So it's going to be a foul coming in, and it's going to be Thomas for
LSU.
Vanderbilt.
Their game this weekend assigned to a road trip to Columbia, Missouri. The league left the weekend open. So it'll be a good opportunity for LSU from a quad one standpoint. Should be a good matchup. We'll see how
Excuse me, I'm coughing. 70,
against Florida.
9:50, 9-second free throw coming up.
Lately, maybe not as consistent on the defensive end.
And that second free throw is good. So it makes it 76-60. So matchups tomorrow night. Florida will take on Missouri. Mississippi State will take on Texas A&M. So that's going to be a Wednesday game for SEC basketball.
So Studi, and it's his second.
Tom, I'm anxious to see A&M tomorrow night. They've been off for such a long time.
One of the issues.
So free throws coming up for Wofford. He will
with the delay
knock the free throw down. It is good. Makes it 77-60.
shut down their
LSU will take on Missouri this Saturday. That is going to be their final game before the SEC tournament. That will be Saturday. We don't know what time the game will begin, but we will. Hopefully, we will have it for you here on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Score is 78-60. They will pass it down low, and then it's going to be a basket for vandy, so it makes it 72-60, 78-62. So 78-62. They will try to inbound the shot.
We want Parker Champ has started with 1 or 2 minutes left. Parker Edwards.
So let's see if they can get it. So it's going to be a force out right there, and they get the ball. Eventually, 3-point shot is good.
Trey Thomas with his second triple.
So Trey Thomas gets his second triple, 78-65.
Tom, could this get interesting or not?
Yeah.
And the ball will go back to
Another turnover.
vandy, and that will points off for the turnovers.
And then a foul inside on Studi.
So Studi will get the foul. So Studi foul first, third personal.
And again, they figured out LSU's not going to guard the rim. Nobody's there on the weak side to help out. Javonte Smart gets out of the way. All of a sudden, they get to 13, and LSU's got to make a couple buckets, a couple free throws to just take this thing home. If you're a guy like that, I don't know, Doug.
Free throw is up and good. So it makes it 79-65. That is going to be Smart on the line.
This has gone to the second half. Javonte Smart.
Second free throw is going to be good. So it makes it 80 to 70.
Fantastic second half by Vandy.
So it's going to be 80 to 65. Ball goes back to the Vanderbilt Commodores. 3-point shot, good. So it's 80 to 68. So a 12-point lead for the Tigers. They'll pass it, left corner 3, and he knocks it down. So 83-68, LSU on top. They'll pass it, left corner 3. At nice little block by Walford, goes back to the Tigers. And a 3-point shot misses for LSU. So it's going to be LSU will get the ball on the jump ball.
Denmark talk. Pat Bradley, Xavier Fishback, and Dari Noka waiting to go with SEC now. The great Randall Heritage in the control room producing for SEC now. Coming up next.
So we'll wait for the game to end, 83-68. Post-game show will begin in just a few moments. We'll recap the game. And the 3-point shot is no good by Vanderbilt. The ball goes back to the Tigers. So for the next under 30 seconds remaining in the game, 83-68. So let's see if LSU can bounce it out in the last couple of minutes. And a 3-point shot hits the side of the rim. Once again, ball will be inbounded by LSU. And LSU comes up with a victory, 83 to so LSU is in the SEC tournament. They are going to be in the quarterfinals. So double bye for LSU. Okay, final score 83-68. LSU wins tonight. I'm gonna be honest with you. Look, I think this team absolutely played a little piss poor in the second half. but at least they got the victory, 83-68. It's your final. I mean, Vandy, I'm going to tell you, Vandy does not quit. That's one thing about Vandy. Look, they might be down and out this year because of the COVID, but they can knock down threes in the last few minutes of a game. So no lead is safe when you look at it. So final score 83-68 LSU. We'll go ahead and give you the Vandy stats. Let's give you those Vandy stats. Vandy went 24 of 62, 38%. They went 8 of 27 from 3-point range, 29%. Second half, Vandy shot 42%, and also 27%. So both 29 and 27 is not going to get them a win. LSU tonight definitely knocked down some shots, 30 of 65. 42%. LSU in the second half went 11 of 33, 33%. 3-point shooting, LSU went 10 of 26 for 38%. So good shooting aspect in the game, but they went 4 for 14 in the second half. So let's go through all the numbers. Let's get the and we'll wrap this up. Turnovers 16-8 in favor of LSU. Points off of turnovers. Vandy got 13. LSU got 14. Rebounding aspects. LSU led 51-29. Also, it was 38-24 in favor of LSU on the defensive boards and offensive boards. 13-5 second chance points. LSU led 15-5. Bench points, LSU got destroyed 32-17 on those. Now, points in the paint, LSU gave up 32 points in the paint. LSU on offense got 30 points in the paint. So your final score, once again, 83-68 is your final. So let's go ahead and give you the box score numbers. So Devontae Smart went 4 for 13 tonight, 2 of 9 from 3-point range. He had 2 rebounds. Also, Walford had 14 points, so he went 5 for 10. Thomas went 6 for 20. He had 23 points, so that's your scores right there. Also, LeBron had Days had 13 points and 5 for 8 for shooting. So 1, 2, 3. So 4 Tigers in double figures tonight. So final score, LSU wins 83-68. It's your final. So once again, we will wrap this up tonight with a final look at NBA scoreboard, and we'll wrap it up. Okay, final some games going in the fourth quarter. Spurs on top 92-70. Denver Nuggets on top 64-50. Lakers down 11-9. Memphis wins 125-111. Boston wins 117-112. Miami loses tonight 94-80 to the Atlanta Hawks. Was in tonight's game. So we'll go ahead and wrap this up for this show. So once again, thanks for joining us here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So we'll be back tomorrow night. New Orleans Pelicans and Chicago Bulls will be tomorrow night. So everybody have a good rest of your Tuesday evening. We'll be back tomorrow.